Well, this is fun. Yeah.
Well, first of all, welcome home and welcome back to Louisiana. How does it feel?
Man, it's hard to put it into words. You get on the plane here and you're excited in the moment, like when I found out that I was coming back home. But then going back through the airport and then being right here in this moment and walking around the building and as everything's starting to settle in, like, bro, it's just one of the best feelings ever. I got my whole family here. They're actually in the building right now supporting me. I feel like the city is wrapping their arms around me, and bro, it's an indescribable feeling.
How was that conversation with the family when you let them know that you were coming back?
So I was talking to them, and I was letting them know that, hey, there's a possibility end up signing with the Saints. And then my text message thread with the family chat just started blowing up, like sign with the Saints, sign with the Saints, Saints, Saints. You know what I mean? So definitely had that push there, and then we were able to get a deal put together on the table and got it worked out. And I think both sides are really excited about it.
You realize that that moment is actually becoming a reality. What's your reaction realizing I'm actually coming home to play with the Saints?
Yeah, it's surreal at first, bro. Like it's funny because like boom, the moment happens, you're building excitement, and then like it really takes like a day. Like that second day when I woke up the next morning and I knew I was being a Saint is when it really hit home. Like, yeah, this is happening now. I already started looking at places to live, getting plans together, getting ready to get back home. I still have probably over 150, I mean 1,000, probably 1,500 text messages to go through. From my phone blowing up from childhood friends to everyone I've met just in the journey that we've been on. So just happiness, excitement, joy, and an incredible motivation to get to work.
Is this something that was kind of like on the list? Like, was it on the dream board of someday coming here and playing, or did it just kind of like
Yeah, it's
come about?
something that you grew up watching the Saints. Everyone remembers 2008, 2009. What that feeling, what that did for the entire state of Louisiana. I got friends that have entire rooms enshrined to that moment. So every kid in Louisiana dreams about playing for the Saints. And as you go through this journey, you don't know if it's going to happen or not because you just go through the process. But had an opportunity to make that dream come true, and man, just can't tell you how excited I am about it.
Justin, what was the conversation like? Because obviously, new staff, they have to sell you on the vision.
Yeah. Well, really familiar with Coach Moore already from his days with the Chargers, and then also playing him only a couple weeks ago here in New Orleans. Obviously, he's been successful everywhere that he's went, and I know that the type of guy he is, the type of roster that they want to be, and me to be able to come and be another piece to add to the weapons that we already have in the building, especially on the defense. Play another year with T5, got that reunion going on. Play with Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Chase Young, all the stars that we have, all the developing young talent. I think that we have a lot of momentum going, and that we can really build something special. And I just see nothing but opportunity and blue skies for us and what we can take this organization to go do.
How do you see you and Tyron spend together, and how do you guys complement each other with your games? You and Tyron,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do you guys fit together, and how do
Oh, we already have experience with each other. Tyron is a savvy vet. He's always offense needs to know where he's at because he'll just show up and steal a ball away some type of way. I see myself as a physical tone setter. If guys want to come down the hallway with me, you're gonna have to pay the toll for it. And we just complement each other really well. We have a strong line of communication. Both cerebral players can organize the defense. Yeah, and it's just it's gonna be fun.
Just the conversation, that offense that Kellen Moore runs, most recently, and he faced him a few times. How is it? Why is it hard to defend against?
Yeah, it's hard because Coach Moore has all of his players playing so fast. Like those guys play fast, they play physical. But more than anything, like there's opportunities. There's some plays where, hey, you might know this play is coming, and then it is still incredibly tough to stop it. And when you have an offense that's like, hey, we're going to run a play, and there's nothing you can do about it, it's a frustrating feeling as a defense. And he also has change-ups to where, he'll set plays up to run later in the game and, hit a big one over the top. So I've seen it firsthand and excited to be a part of the system.
You talked about Tyron. You also hinted at, well, not hinted, but spoke about how the conversation was with your family. What was that conversation like when you said, "Hey, man, we link it back
A whole lot of exclamation points on everything. Just excitement. It's a great feeling to be able to be close to family, and be able to do what you love, what's your life goal, and what your life's passion is, and be able to do it with the loved ones around you at the same time. So you can't replace that.
You talked also about everybody remembers 2009, and you've seen how the Saints have had a couple of lean years as of late. How much of a motivating factor is that for you to come back and be part of a resurgence for them?
I mean, huge, huge. I mean, I'm excited. I can put on shoulder pads and a helmet right now. Like the same day that I was signed, I was hitting up all the coaches like, hey, when you gonna send me the playbook so I can start diving into it. We can start talking some ball, and they're like, hold on, we'll get to that. But I know what what it means to this city to play for the Saints, and what having a winning organization means for everyone in Louisiana, and that's extremely motivating to like do everything we can to bring back that winning culture, because we have the talent. We have so much talent on this team, and it's about just putting it together the right way and guys believing in the system, and I believe, and we can make it happen. Yeah, you know what? The best memory, which I personally can't wait to do, is right before kickoff when a player walks out on the field and he raises his arm up and then he starts the "Who Dat" chant. Bro, it just sends chills up my arms, bro. It's like that's one of the coolest things in sports, and get to do it, every time we have a home game.
Have you already made your petition for you leading that chant at some point?
I'll get in there. I'll get in there at some point.
You mentioned being familiar with Coach Moore, but also Coach Staley was obviously in the division as well. How excited are you maybe to be a part of his system?
Yeah, huge. I mean, he's had so many guys around him. Derwin James. He's also had Jalen Ramsey, time with the Rams. Runs a 3-4 defense, but he mixes things up. I love that. Not everything is always the same thing over and over. He allows guys to be versatile, and I see myself as a versatile player that can play in a lot of different positions and cause some problems for offense. So I'm excited to be a weapon for him and, to go execute the defense in his vision.
How do you think you grew as a player over the last few years with Kansas City?
I think leadership was probably one of the biggest ways. When I took over the room in Kansas City, I had 5 rookies. And, like, one of the things, it wasn't just about going out and playing well myself, which is always the number one thing. You got to go out and take care of business and set a tone, make sure you're putting good tape on. But also feeling the responsibility to make sure that I had the guys around me also ready to play their best and put them in position to be best. So I'd spend extra time after practice, invite guys to the house. We'd go over the playbook, make sure that there were absolutely no questions, because when it came to Sunday, just wanted everybody to play as fast as possible. Right, so I think that was huge for me to step into that role, and huge for everybody else, and also allowed me, sometimes they'd ask a question, and I'd have to dive deeper into, well, let's figure out what the linebackers are doing and how what your coverage does fits into that, that piece of the puzzle to make this whole thing tight. So I think that was very healthy. I think it created a room that was tight-knit, which you need in the league. You don't want guys feeling like they're just clocking in to work. You want it to be a brotherhood, because that's when you bring your best out of each other.
Justin Reid, that was added to the roster this week. Right up the road from you, Devin Gotchaw. How familiar are you with him?
About to find out a lot more about him. But, yeah, it's a whole family reunion. We're bringing everybody back.
Justin, having played 3 Super Bowls the last 3 years, do you think you can add something to the roster just with that experience and just kind of knowing what it takes to get to that point?
Yeah, absolutely. The consistent thing about any team, though, is, one, every team is different. I mean, even in those 3 years, the teams were different. But there are standards. There's standards that you have to set early as a foundation, as far as accountability, work ethic, having a positive attitude, the fundamentals, tackling, blocking, catching. You can't ever leave the basics, because, like, the basics, they'll take you farther than anything else. So emphasis on those things, emphasis on following the process, and just buying into it wholeheartedly, not being half in, half out. But yeah, the biggest thing is that you just gotta, whatever the system calls for, if you have everybody playing as a team and not as a group of individuals, then that's when you're going to bring the best football out and you're going to have some success. So I just want to bring that attitude. I want to bring a sense of calmness to everyone on the defense, that when I'm out on the field, guys will have trust in that I'll be there to make I'll be in position to make plays, and I'll help put them in position to make plays. And then a load of physicality. That's my calling card is, if somebody's going to run across the middle, I'm going to make them pay for it. So it's going to continue to do that.
Going off of the Super Bowl runs, obviously, a few weeks ago didn't end the way you may have wanted it to, but how full circle moment is it that your last game of Kansas City is also in the same spot where your new home is?
The NFL script been scripting. They've been scripting, man. I don't know what those beat writers are doing, but they do a damn good job.
Is it kind of a unique situation? Like, there's a lot of former Chiefs that have ended up here over the last few years. Is that something you're aware of? And what do you see that being?
Yeah. I mean, I know Bink, Willie Gay was here, T5 obviously, myself now. I think that every team wants good players. You know what I mean? And it's just about, finding good players. And there have been some that have been there, and now there's a lot that's here.
You mentioned your family earlier, having them here. How did they influence you, your older brother in particular?
Yeah.
Influence your life and your career?
Yeah. I mean, tremendously. I mean, across the board. My older brother Eric, my older brother Ryan, my older sister Christina. They've all played big roles in me. Like I see myself as a lifelong learner, and I've taken pieces from each one of them. My dad, my mom, which I'm sure you guys probably heard the story. My mom actually played football with pads. You know what I mean? So it's a fun story that, me and my brothers got our talent from her. My dad was an All-American track athlete. So athletics has always been a big part of our family. But just the consistency, they've always been there for me. They've given me a work ethic. They've given me accountability. They've given me a lot of self-confidence that, hey, if I believe in myself, and you can bring other people along with you to go and accomplish anything that you set your mind to. So Eric was before me in the league, got to watch his journey, got to learn from him. When I was at Stanford, I used to watch tape with him at his house on what their game plan was when he was playing for the 49ers, and that gave me a head start to, what defensive game plans were like in the league, and it helped me have a fast start my rookie campaign in Houston. And, and then, of course, like when I'm getting ready to sign here, just the text message threads were going crazy, encouraging me to come back, and, it's worked out so great. She's a linebacker. Yeah, so that's where the physicality comes from.
Where did she play?
The Baton Rouge Wildcats.
So who hits harder?
Probably her. No, there was a couple other teams in the mix. Talked to probably 7 or 8 of them, and then it came down to the wire. And last 2 was between Philly, Tennessee, and here, and then it just made too much sense not to come here.
Was it always a goal of yours to end up playing in New Orleans and coming home?
I'll say it was always a childhood dream. Like you never know where this crazy business will take you or what's the next opportunity. But when you have a special opportunity to do something, I firmly believe you just got to reach out and grab it. And the opportunity presented itself, and I dove in. Yeah, well, they actually were. They were in the running for a while, and that connection, I still love Kansas City and the culture there, and so proud of everything that I did there the last 3 years. It's just there comes times in this business where even if both sides want something, there just isn't a match that can happen in a scenario. So there's no animosity. There's nothing negative that I would say about them, or I believe that they have anything negative to say about me. It's just about where situations end up at a place in time.
You mentioned accountability, which has been kind of an important word here. Just what do you think about your role in cultivating accountability on a defense?
Yeah, first and foremost is by example. You can't just talk about it. Like I don't know. I never believed in the guy that just wants to talk about something and doesn't go out and do it himself. So first and foremost is about doing it myself, setting an example, so that guys can see what it looks like and what to follow. And then from setting that example, once you earn the respect of the locker room, then you can start bringing guys along and start working on things. And you spend time with them. I mean, the answer is really time. Like, that's why I said you have to build a brotherhood, because when you build a brotherhood, you build a family. You can have those conversations with guys to help them be the best version of themselves. But if you don't have any connection, guys won't listen to you. So that's why it's extremely important.
You're aware, obviously, of the connection between the city and the organization, but obviously one guy that's driven that quite a bit is Cam Jordan. Just
Yeah.
some impressions of joining a team with him on one.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it forever, man, and he's been at the highest level, and he's continuing to do it at the highest level. First and foremost, I think his personality is just perfect for the city. His big personality, humble dude, but loves to have fun. And then when it's time to put the pads on, the guy turns into an assassin and just hunts down the quarterback. So I've been blessed to play with some really talented defensive linemen, J.J. Watt, Chris Jones, a couple of others, and he's right up there with them. And that was actually one of the criteria for something that I want to look for in the team, is to have a dominant defensive lineman up front, just because it makes such an impact on the defense. And yeah, he's just that guy.
You kind of touched on this already, but is there anything that really stands out about how Staley uses his safeties, just from some of your watching and studying?
Yeah, you don't want to give away all the secrets to the recipe, man. You gotta let that show itself later. But what I can say is that the versatility of how he moves guys around. Some defenses are just very vanilla, and offenses and smart quarterbacks can get a beat on what's going on, and they'll just pick them apart if they know what the defense is. But he mixes it up. He has guys in different positions, disguises, things that really make it tough on those guys, make them think really hard, and then also set up some pressures later.
For someone like you with some versatility, is that kind of enticing, just to pitch you?
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
How unique do you think that it is that this free agency or re-signing period has been a lot of Louisiana guys? You're coming in, Devon Godshaw's coming in.
Yeah.
Re-signing Clyde. What do you think about all the Louisiana kids?
It's a family reunion, baby. Yeah, having Louisiana's best play for Louisiana. I love it.
How much do you consider defensive schemes to get in free agency?
Yeah, as a veteran player, that is something that you look at, because you want to make sure that the fit is right and that you don't put yourself in a situation that doesn't match your skill set. And I just thought that this fit would be like a glove.
Justin, did you have a
Favorite Saints player growing up? Well, I'm going to skip the obvious. Everyone wants to be, like Drew Brees. But Reggie Bush, I loved watching him play as a young lad. Yeah, it's whatever. My brother in the background's favorite player was Marcus Colson. Oh, me? What? I mean, yeah, he the GOAT, but yeah, you're not just gonna give that away. Cool. Nice. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.